Well, I've just wanted to welcome you back to the Mojo Maker Show on Monday morning here. I just did a little waffly live on how to slowly get your bounce back rate from stress to a much better consistency. Hey, Ben, where you are not actually letting the small things take you down, So I wanted to read you something from chapter 2 or checkpoint 2 in this book, Adulting the Rally of Life. Some awesome person wrote it. Don't know who. No, I'm just kidding. Someone messaged me and said, Nikki, could you read out some of the chapters and checkpoints in your book, because I'm really loving it and it keeps me motivated. So yes, I can, and here you go. If you haven't already figured it out, I'm Nikki Fogden-Moore, the Mojo Maker. You can come and like and subscribe to on my YouTube channel, Vitality Coach TV, and also the Mojo Maker podcast. If you haven't got Adulting the Rally of Life, it's a doing book, by the way. Use code MOJO30 on my website for 30% off. Anyways, without further ado, I want to read you something. It's page 108 on Adulting the Rally of Life, the roadmap for modern leaders. It's all around this whole, this misdemeanor in limiting beliefs that we've been given, which is that in order to have success, in order to do great things, in order to, have it all, we have to freaking have so much collateral damage on the way there, financially, emotionally, physically, spiritually, relationships. Like, getting to the top does not have to be at the cost of everything else. So I just want to read you a little quote in here from this book. No entrepreneurial life, or any kind of life, should be filled with anxiety, overwhelm, and depression. You do not need to accept that that is the flip side of success, right? Let me just repeat that. No entrepreneurial life, or any kind of life, should be filled with anxiety, overwhelm, and depression. You do not need to accept that that is the flip side of success. So, this is the very reason that I do my work with such amazing leaders, is to move them out of chaos, out of forcing, out of hustle, out of extreme responsibility and just feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, into the glide, into the spot where you have an access to your quantum knowledge and to the understanding that everything that you have as a whole, individual, physically, emotionally, spiritually, you can tap into that. But in order to do so, you actually need to let go of the old limiting beliefs that was the collateral damage. To be number one, to have success, to run a company, you have to fight, beg, borrow, and steal your way to get there. And commonly, your relationships, your health, and your financial ability during that time were very much compromised. Big red X. That is not true. That is absolute BS, and I want to show you how to get out of that. The most important thing from today is, the reason I'm going back live, is I don't think people are actually acknowledging the signs of overwhelm and recognizing them. They just force through them, and they think, oh no, we're just going to be resilient and I'll be fine. And if you're not acutely aware of your physical, your emotional, and your mental ability to deal with anything, then you're missing the whole point of being a finely tuned human being. In fact, you are not even showing up for yourself. You're just using the excuse that busyness and your determination and hard work and everything else will get you through. Well, that is just the absolute wrong way to do it. And chances are you will burn yourself out. You'll start opting out of things. And the last part of that puzzle is freaking out. So when you get to overwhelm, $300 billion industry alone in the US, you're going to start experiencing the opt-out, burnout, freak-out syndrome. And that's in here, right? And that is the majority of my work, is taking good leaders and making sure that we have the world's best wealth managed by the greatest people. Why do you think that's important? There was a book that was written a long time ago that said, sell your Ferrari and become a Buddhist monk, right? I get it, stop chasing the dollars, think about your soul food, what's really important in life. But my concern is, if everybody wants to start being a holistically good person with all these great values, and they go to the hills and start practicing that, and they opt out of commercial business, then we're not going to have all these great, amazing, value-led leaders running our commercial viability, our communities, our countries. Everyone's just going to be sitting there meditating. It's not enough. We need to have the trifecta of great leadership, which is healthy, wealthy, and wise. We need the world's wealth to be run by amazing, good, solid, value-led leaders that are there to distribute, co-create, and contribute with the very, very best intellect, values, personal acuity, and also the ability to show up in all ways possible. But you don't have to be all things to everyone. And I think that's what the point is. We must master this interdependence. So first of all, self-sufficiency as an individual, your ability to control your mindset, have your vital ingredients, turn up as an athlete in your life without forcing it. And then secondly, be able to create genuine relationships where you can amplify your skill sets, but your mindset is the same. I spoke about this on my little Instagram story yesterday. Amplify your skill sets together, but your mindset is the same. And I teach you how to do that in this book. But I think the most important thing for today is I just want to let you know that it's going to be okay. And you've got to stop stressing about things that are not life-threatening things. Unless you're in the floods right now and you're going through something and you're not safe, that's completely different. But receiving an email that you don't like, or not getting your coffee hot enough, or, worrying about things that are so insignificant, that is a sign that you're losing perspective on what is truly important in life. And it is very, very important that you look after your financial health and well-being, because financial stress is 97% of why most people start opting out and freaking out and making bad decisions. In order for this world to operate, we have a freedom of abundance. It's an energetic transfer that, whether it's Bitcoin or cash or whatever you have as your currency, it doesn't make any difference. The fact is there is a flow in and out. And we have to hang on to it and be afraid that it's not going to be there. We have to have a really, really positive approach to our own bodies, our own minds, but most importantly, to how this money runs around our world as well, not be afraid of it. And that means figuring out your own limiting beliefs to what success really looks like. Sitting down and taking a time to go, I'm not feeling quite myself. I'm snappy, I'm moody, I'm irritable. The small things are stressing me out. I think I'm getting overwhelmed. Red flag. In this book, you can go and you can actually get the signs of overwhelm. And if you need it, just let me know and I'll send you the worksheet. But most importantly, you are in the driver's seat. You've got to be accountable, right? It doesn't matter what's going on around you. There's a storm outside right now. My pool is flooding, but I'm here with you guys, right? It's very important to be totally present in what you're doing at this time, and to practice that and understand that you are absolutely capable of more than you imagine. That true self-confidence. Hey, Joanna. See, I said I would do what you said. You wanted the IG story. So I think we've lost our confidence in ourselves. We've lost our confidence in making our own decisions because things have gone wrong. So we've got all this evidence of making bad decisions. So what? That's called life. It's called experience. It's called building yourself up to give yourself a new intellect. But it doesn't mean that you have to shy away from everything and stop listening to what your gut is telling you. Because chances are, all the times you've made mistakes, you were doing it from here and not listening to your inner GPS, right? That is what you have to master. Master the art of self-awareness. Master the art of understanding when you're exhausted, when you're in overwhelm, when you're not coping. And you just go, I'm not feeling myself. I just feel like this is all too much. I don't even like what I'm doing anymore. Red flag. Excuse me. So adulting, the rally of life, isn't about perfection. That's our understanding now that with all the stuff coming through and with me talking to you right now, you have the ability to go, what am I going to do differently today? What is Nikki always rattling on about? She's asking me to show up for myself. Nikki's asking me to provide time in my diary. She's only asking me for 14 minutes, 0.4 a day, 15 minutes a day, to plan my day, feel in the driver's seat, and get committed to designing a life that I love. She's asking me to not make excuses. As Gary Vee goes, blah, 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 excuse, right? Stop saying yes, but. Yeah, but you don't get it. Well, I do, right? The reason I'm here is because I've gone through all the same challenges you've gone through in some way or another. We all have. And those journeys in life, that rally, that embracing of all conditions, hail, sun, storms, mud, we've all had it in all varieties. That ability to go, we're here today, we're made of the most incredible atomic ability to do whatever we put our minds to. We're just not tapping into it. You must reframe and retrain your brain. Okay, so I just want to repeat what I said before. No entrepreneurial life or any kind of life should be filled with anxiety, overwhelm, and depression. You do not need to accept that that is the flip side of success. Page 108 in adulting. Very, very important. Okay, you are your greatest asset. So I just got a message before that someone said, could you read a checkpoint out of each book as a video? I could do that. Is that a good idea? Would you like me to read the book out as videos? I could take you through the book, a bit like a live audible, I guess. Happy to do that. If you'd like that, just put a thumbs up in the comment section below. We could start doing a checkpoint on a chapter. But most importantly, guys, go have a good day. You're going to be fine. Sit down, write everything out, and realize that if you think you're fighting, struggling, forging, and having to prove something, then you're looking down the wrong corridor. I want you to step a little bit back and change your approach, change the avenue, and just know that you got this, okay? Because there is no greater person with more capabilities to run your life than you. You've just got to have the room to figure out what's truly important. So if you like this, give me a thumbs up. You were very quiet there. And bear with me. It is a little bit of a Muppet show here. We've got heaps going on in the background. But from Roxy and I, we wish you a fantastic day whenever you're listening to this. But most importantly, those of you that are live with me today on Monday here, you have a healthy, wealthy, wise day. And remember, you're in the driver's seat, right? So no matter what's going on around you, no matter what chaos or hurricanes, you absolutely can master the art of self. And that's your greatest project, and you are your greatest asset. Until next time, thanks for tuning back in. I hope this answered the question. Thank you for leaving me that comment to read out a quote from the book. It was a great idea. If you've got any other quotes and sections that you want read out, I can take you through them. I'm Nikki Fogden-Moore, the Mojo Maker. You stay healthy, wealthy, and wise. Bye, Gail, by the way. See you guys. It was great to see you. Bye, Lauren. See you later.